WWE might be fake, but the challenges, tackles, and fights in football are as real as they can be. From rash challenges to kung fu kicks to massive brawls, football is a sport that can be pretty violent at times. Welcome back, sports fans. Today we have an exciting episode for all the football enthusiasts out there. We're going to dive into the thrilling world of women's football and explore the top WWE-esque challenges faced by these amazing athletes. From bone-crushing tackles to intense rivalries, we're about to witness some of the most extraordinary moments in the sport. So without further ado, let's get started. Here's a piece of play where one player is trying to defend the ball near the corner flag, while two opponents are trying to rob her of possession. Another teammate joins the fray, turning this sequence into a wrestling match. The players started pushing one another. However, thankfully, things didn't escalate much in this case. This player is shown a yellow card for an illegal challenge, and she just couldn't believe it. She got so agitated that she ended up attacking her opponents, starting a huge brawl in the middle of the brawl. Players were throwing punches and pushes at one another, and things got so intense that even the players and coaching staff on the sidelines got involved in the brawl. We understand how difficult it can be for referees to handle such situations. Here's a sequence where an attacker is pushed inside of the box, and for me, it's a straight penalty, and the referee also points to the spot. But this tackle ended up starting a brawl in the penalty box, forcing the referee to take action by dishing out a few yellow cards and a red card to the player who committed an illegal challenge inside the box. A pretty rash challenge to begin with that forced the referee to dish out a yellow card to the player who committed the foul and was already on a yellow card. 2 yellows mean a straight red, and off she goes. Here's a big push from the player in the white jersey that stopped the play. After that, the player who got challenged decides to stand up to the tackler and confront her. While one of her teammates tries to get her away from the scene, the players in the white jersey decide to get violent and started pushing both opponents. After that, when the player in the orange jersey was continuing to play, a white jersey player pushed her again, causing the referee to intervene and send that player off by showing her the red card. Here's a match between FC Barcelona and Rayo Vallecano, where the Rayo player makes a tackle on the Barcelona player. However, the Barcelona player became angry as the referee didn't show a card for the challenge. She kept complaining that the player kicked her hamstring, which is a serious offense and can also lead to a send-off. This situation escalated quickly, and a brawl between Barcelona and Rayo players took place that forced the referee to intervene and caution a few players by showing cards and sending off a Barcelona player. Who do you think is responsible for this brawl? Tell us in the comments. Here's a sequence where the player in the Swedish player is driving the ball for possible counterattack when she gets badly challenged by her Portuguese opponent from behind. The Swedish international got angry and started physically confronting the tackler by pushing her. Thankfully, the referee was there to intervene and stop the confrontation from escalating. Moving on, here's a sequence from a low-level league where a counterattack is happening and it's stopped by an illegal challenge. But as you can see, both players instantly got into a physical confrontation. Players from both teams rushed over there and the confrontation turned into a brawl. The referee ultimately restored order by sending off both players that were involved in the initial physical confrontation. So the player is trying to beat her market but ends up getting physical with her by hitting her with an elbow on her face, initiating another physical confrontation. Damn, these ladies are full of spice. Their teammates start rushing toward them. Some wanted to escalate the brawl while others wanted to break it up. Finally, the referee's intervention, their teammates started to cool things down so the match could continue. This is probably one of the most violent tackles I have ever seen. And I mean, what was the player even thinking? She might have ended the player's career. As you can see, the ball falls in between, and she decides to high boot the ball but misses it and ends up smashing her knee onto her opponent's face. For me, that's not just a red card, but the tackler also deserves at least a 3-game suspension. Just look at how she starts walking away without even seeing the card, knowing that she was deservedly sent off. So, the defender plays the ball to the midfield, but landed between two players, and the struggle to win the duel ended up into a brawl. I mean, she literally just punched the player on her throat. That would be a send-off if I was officiating the match, and it is indeed a red card. Good refereeing. Players should know how to keep their cool on the field and avoid physical confrontation as much as they can. Because even if you suffer an illegal challenge, getting aggressive and furious with the tackler won't help your case. Just stay down and let the referees do their job. A ball over the top with the attacker running towards the goal and the keeper saves it, but also accidentally tackles the attacker. I don't think that's the keeper's fault. She didn't do it intentionally. She accidentally kicked the attacker on her shoulder, and she seems to be in a lot of pain. Even if it's unintentional, it is an illegal challenge. I hope the keeper wasn't sent off for this challenge, because to be honest, there's nothing she could do about it. Here's a throw-in sequence that could have been handled peacefully. Usually, there are instances where a player tries to keep or snatch the ball from their opponent, even though they are not the one who have been awarded with the throw-in. This was a similar situation where the Man City player tries to snatch the ball from the Arsenal player when she was going for a throw-in. But the Arsenal player got angry and hit the Man City player with the ball before throwing the ball to her teammate. The referee noticed the infringement and dished out a yellow card for the Arsenal player. That was really unnecessary. Here's a sequence where the player is carrying the ball, and that's a pretty clumsy challenge. The referee blows the whistle for the foul, and the player who got tackled is really angry at the tackler. She just shoved her to the ground, and this starts a brawl, and here comes a strong shove from the back that sends her flying. Keep it cool, ladies. It's just a clumsy challenge. No need to be violent here. The player is trying to drive the ball, but her opponent is making her uncomfortable. She takes a touch and passes the ball to her teammate, and that's a very rash challenge. She came sliding in and had no contact whatsoever with the ball. This challenge deserves a booking, and the Real Madrid players might agree to that as they argue with the referee, persuading them to book the Barcelona player. Thanks for joining me on this thrilling journey through the world of women's football. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below to let us know which challenge impressed you the most. Until next time, we're signing off. Stay tuned for more exciting sports content.